Hello and welcome back to some more Genshin Impact. So I'm here in Enkanomiya, and I'm going to be continuing my exploration. I still don't know how to get to that treasure chest that's inside that little shield there, but it's no big deal. I will figure things out as I go along. There's obviously an area down there that I don't know how to get into yet. And there's that thing. I can't see where the Sealy is for it yet. Oh, it's over this way, okay. I just realized that this is a Cryokite. I don't know if I can... Okay, I can damage it still with her. I was a little bit worried there for a second. Although, I wonder if it's better to use normal attacks. It probably was. It's still weak. Still a pushover. Which I have no problems with at all. Okay, man, I really wish I knew how to activate these. Like, it would be very, very nice if I knew how. Am I just being dumb? Like, is there some really obvious solution that I'm not seeing with regards to that? I wouldn't be surprised. It would not be the first time that something like that's happened. Okay, I know that there's a key sigil around here. It's probably inside that area too. Oh crap. No! I'm not doing as much damage as I'd like to this guy.
I will have order.
No big deal.
Stabilize.
I thought I switched to her.
Take flight.
There we go. Oh wow, this one's stronger than the other. Is it a slightly different color? Am I crazy? That one looked almost like a slightly different color. It would have updated and told me that was a new type of enemy though, if it really was. What's this over here? Okay. That wasn't really anything. Investigate the ruin ahead. Where's that? Oh, right over here, okay. Just gotta climb up this. Oh no, I'm stuck. I hate the climbing mechanics in this game sometimes when you get to areas like that where there's enough bumps and stuff along the wall where it doesn't want to allow you to climb up. Okay, so... Hey, it's a disorder. Are these the scurrying rats Zuyuko was referring to? I don't know that these folks are right here by the Abyss Order. We've seen that trick before in Modern Death, haven't we? You know, the one where the Abyss Mages put Hilly Turtle something or other. Kinda hard to focus on reading while in the middle of a fight. Okay. Go into the ruin. Well, I'll do that in a little bit. First things first. Where is that key sigil at? Is it in the tree? I think it has to be in the tree. I'll climb up and see if I can grab it very fast. Either it's in the tree or it's somewhere else. No, it's not in the tree. Then it's got to be up here. It's got to be somewhere nearby. I'm like practically on top of it right now. It could be inside the ruins too, but I don't want to go in the ruins just yet. Okay. Never mind then. Now there are some things up there that I can get, but I want to get this first. I'm like going all over the place this time. I'm not doing it as systematically as I was before. This area is kind of big.
Allow me.
Do that.
My apologies.
Ah. That was awkward. Well, that's interesting. This area almost looks like I've been to it before, but I definitely haven't. Phosphorus guidance, huh? Okay then.
I shall treasure this good fortune.
You know what I'm gonna do? Let me see something real fast. I haven't collected even a single one of those keys along the way. The key sigils, whatever. That I keep seeing on the mini-map. They must all be underground or something. What? Okay then. Well, that was interesting. So that must be... Oh. That counted as an attack. That's funny. You gotta remember that for the future. Awesome.
I shall treasure this good fortune.
Solving puzzles by accident. I wonder, can I... it doesn't matter. I was gonna say, can I hit that thing that was hanging down from the ceiling there, but I don't think it really matters if you hit it. Hey, clearly I've got to go up to the top. Because there's got to be something on top of this thing, right? Oh. That looked like you could climb straight up from there, but whatever. I hate hearing those noises like, hey, there's something here. Even though I also like hearing them too. It's because it keeps happening. Okay. I'm still not seeing anything. What's up with this? Make sure there's anything around the edges. Nope. There's clearly something inside this area, though, right? What's that about? And why is this broken? Very suspicious. I could probably get inside from the top, right? Please don't make it difficult to climb up. Okay, good. No, not one of these confounded things. Ah. If they made it a little bit more clear how to interact with those, I wouldn't be so upset. Whatever. You know what I'm gonna do? I should start marking those again, and I forgot what symbol I used before. Man. Since I'm confused, I'll just start using hands for those. That's not really helping, I know. Let's see. I could have gone back that way again, but I'm gonna continue exploring down here.
Stabilize.
That.
Rust and revamp. Whirling snow.
Order
I can
guide.
destroy the... Yeah.
Stabilize.
I was gonna say, I can destroy its shield or whatever with Chun-Li, even though I can't deal any damage with Chun-Li. A little bit awkward how that works. Okay, there's definitely something down there, right? Like, 100%? Probably. Yeah, there's something. I don't know if it's worth going down here, but... there's some kind of entrance to the ruins down here, from the looks of things. Well, there's a key sigil here. As well. Probably inside.
I shall treasure this good
There's a
fortune.
false wall right here. If I can figure out how to move it, that'd be nice. Okay, never mind. Do that. Obviously, this is something else that I've got to mess with as well. Eventually, I'll actually remember the uses of all those things I placed down. Please don't get stuck. Darn it. I'm just trying to climb up a stupid wall. Why do they have to make it so difficult? Okay. I kind of wish that they had added some kind of, like, gadget that improved your climbing ability. Made so that you could climb up stuff like that a little bit more easily. But, whatever. I don't know how often I would have that gadget equipped.
Time for takeoff.
Go ahead and completely destroy these guys, take my treasure. Wait a second. That wasn't enough? I guess it's these two right now as well.
My apologies.
Okay then. Ah. That was a little bit weird. I was actually trying to... Darn it. Whatever. I didn't mean to fall off, but now that I have, I may as well grab that. I was trying to attack him when I had switched over to Ayaka there, and for some reason, it wasn't registering, and I don't know why.
Today is a lucky day.
Well, I mean, lag is one reason, but... Okay. Now, that direction is somewhere I've never been before. It's kind of hard to, like, keep track of everywhere I've been, because the map hasn't been revealed yet. And I'm pretty sure that the map will eventually get revealed. Oh no, I didn't mean it. Well, I mean, I did mean to do that, but I didn't want it to go this way. I'll have to head back after I collect all these. It's not a really big deal, it's just not something that I wanted to do just yet. What did it say the name of this area was? Dan
Certainly worth
something.
the extra mile.
Oops. Oh no! I definitely want to head to the ruins over there for sure before I continue that way. I have a feeling that when I go into those ruins, it'll probably allow me to start interacting with those things that I haven't been able to interact with yet. At least that's my guess. I could be wrong. I've been wrong before. In fact, it's very possible that I've always been able to interact with those things, and I just don't know how to. Ooh, yay! A treasure chest. Okay. This darn lag.
Take flight.
I should have been able to do that with Chun-Li sooner, but it wasn't letting me. I don't want to accept that.
Embrace the ice.
The world join request, whatever. Okay. There we go. Ah.
My
Okay, you.
apologies.
Sorry to say this, but you have to go. Yay, another treasure chest.
Today is a lucky day.
I don't know about that this time, but maybe. Okay. I definitely want to explore up there before I enter the ruins. I'm kind of getting a better idea of where I am overall. Okay, do that. I kind of want to get rid of this guy's shield very fast. And then I can do
Whirling snow.
Okay. Yay! Oh. I'm surprised that he lived through that. I thought for
I
sure
should
that he
treasure
would
this
have
good fortune.
gone down with that. Collect all that stuff. Yeah, I see a key sigil all the way up there. Oh, and there's one in this tree. Okay, grab that very fast. I haven't seen any key sigil marks in a little while, but I'm sure I'll find some as I go along. Oh. I don't want to fight that guy. There's no need to. Whoa. Okay, I think that that's the entrance to the... No, it's not. That's the blocked entrance down there. The one that I don't know how to enter yet. And then over there is the entrance to the ruins that I unlocked earlier. Whoa. There should be a key sigil, like, right around here. Do you think I can see it? Nope. Oh no. Thankfully, she kind of swam up the waterfall. That was a bit funny. Okay, I'll grab this, whatever this is. Those are always money, from what I've seen. Which isn't necessarily a bad thing, it's just... I don't know, I kind of wish that it would be items sometimes. I don't want to fight you guys. There's no benefit for doing so. You know what? I'll enter this place. There's someone upstairs. Oh, up there? Okay then. But first things first, explore the bottom level. I don't think that there's anything down here. But there's almost certainly something up here, as she said. Okay. That guy. I was expecting an NPC that, you know, like a named NPC, if that makes sense. Like a special NPC. That's what I was hoping for, actually. Uh-oh, trying to trespass, are we? Wait, maybe not. I correct myself. You two must be the heroes who have come to retrieve the coral this time, are you not? 2? Hee, so you're counting Paimon too. Wait a second, so this guy actually, like, belongs here? Haha, well, I was originally thinking that Sangonomiya Shrine could possibly be so short-handed that they're only sending one person, right? So consider my expectations exceeded. There's actually 2 of you. Oh, I know my way around a fight. Haha, I love your gusto and optimism. Good stuff. I hope that by the end of this, you'll count me in the team as well. I'm sure that the 3 of us will get on swimmingly. I don't even know who you are, dude. Let me introduce myself. I'm a researcher who has come to assist you. Call me Enjo. So you say. My main duty is to organize and translate clues regarding the trial to guide you on your path. And it looks like you've even got a map on the wall right there, dude. Oh, that's nice. We've always had to rely on our own memory to figure out the puzzles we encountered. Wow, you know what? You might actually be more professional than me then. I mean, I'm just a scholar. But Suiko said... Suiko. Right. Her. Didn't she say that there would be some clerical staff on hand to assist the hero? She did say something like that. Exactamundo. I mean, it would be quite a stretch to expect you to learn Koku's script from scratch. And that's where I come in. I'm here to help translate documents and hints. Any questions for me? What do you know about that central tower? That's the heart of the trial, a building known as Dainichi Mikoshi, which also means Chariot of the Sun. I believe that it should be defended by a barrier right now. Its original purpose was to protect the citizens, but at present we cannot enter unless it is disabled. Now I can see the questions bubbling up in your face already, so let me just explain how we're going to break this barrier. First, you'll need to find something known as the Golden Bridle. According to translated literature, it's a device that is less than an armful in size. Oh, so it's not a rope? Okay, Paimon. The name is simply derived from one of Yakoku's legends. There we go. They say that the sun and the moon were moved by the chariots of the gods. And the Golden Bridle was Yakoku's national treasure. Yakoku's national treasure? That's right. Yakoku. That's the real name of this place. Another realm without light. Yakoku, the place where sins piled high in the evernight, only to be cleansed, revealing their true colors. But back to the trial. The people of the Yakoku were saved by the Great Serpent, and thus retained the light of heaven. They all moved above the depths. Just so you know, that's what the name means, above the depths. Ha 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 ha. Anyway, the people of Watatsumi archived Yakoku's facilities after leaving that place. As for this place, this is one of those very facilities, the library of Yakoku. To facilitate future trials, the Golden Bridle was moved closer by, to the back of the library, to be exact. So finding the Golden Bridle is the first part of the trial. Well, that's what the trial guidebook in the library says anyway. How did you get here earlier than us? Oh, that? You're the heroes. Yours is the rough, narrow road up to the front gate of the trial. As for the support staff, we have our own side routes and back doors. Anyone of a more plebeian persuasion who manages to sneak in isn't going to get very far. Without the key of the Moonbait Deep to open up the gate, the trial and its contents will not activate. Plus, it's not as if an ordinary people would understand Yakoku's script anyways. They wouldn't be able to figure the clues out. Without the Golden Bridle, there is no entering Enkanomiya and probing the secrets of its eternal night. If you really don't trust me, you're free to rough me up a bit. But don't drag me back to the surface afterwards, thanks. Yeah? You say, huh? As you can see, I'm just a scholar with a thirst for knowledge, and with a certain tome that you must find in Yakoku. Well, you said this much, and it certainly doesn't look like he's trying to trick us. Paimon, you're trusting him a little bit too easily here. Paimon thinks we can trust him for a while, Aether. Haha, thanks for the token of faith. Well, off you go then. This Golden Bridle isn't going to find itself. Is this what you're looking for? Huh? Yep, that's the one. You're pretty good at this hero business, aren't you? The book says that the craftsman Abe Raku no Mikoto was ordered to create the Chariot of the Sun to finally bring light to the everlasting night. Before this, the people lived in a constant state of fear, for it was the great hunters in the dark, the Bathysmal Vishaps, who were the original rulers of this land. The Bathys Small Vishaps, those are the enemies, the new type that I like to fight against, I believe. Yes, pure primordial elemental creatures. Wild spirits who never bent the knee to any god or worldly power. I believe that the traditional Sangonomiya tale, The Clash of the Drakes and the Serpent, also refers to the Bathys Small Vishap as a dragon heir of the depths. At first, people would light lamps to chase the dark away, but to little effect. But when the Dainichi Mikoshi was created, the White Knight chased the darkness of the Evernight away. Thus did people gain a reprieve with which to live their lives. The Dainichi Mikoshi could even be used to put forth a barrier to protect the people of Byakuyakoku. With this, we should be able to bring the barrier down. Let me help you activate it. According to what the book says, I need to do this, then this, and then this. Okay, that should do it. The Golden Bridle's ready. Commanding the Dainichi Mikoshi to drop the barrier should be peanuts now. But we should probably perform such portentous deeds at the outermost gates of the Dainichi Mikoshi, wouldn't you say? The main gate should be on the southeastern section of the area it occupies. Just circle the barrier a bit till you find it. Enjo goes into detail about where the meeting place is without really caring something or other. Enkanomiya is surrounded by bottomless chasms. If you fall, you could count up to 100 without ever hitting the bottom, so please watch your step. In any case, if you can't find the place, just circle around the barrier a bit. You'll get there eventually. I'm almost done with my own investigations here. I haven't found what I'm looking for, though, so I'll go on ahead and wait for you. Oh, one other thing. I believe that this picture behind me matches Enkanomiya's topography. I suggest you study it carefully before heading out. Why, thank you. What's with this Enjo guy, and why did he run off by himself? Enkanomiya might be emptied, but that's way too reckless. You know what? Paimon still thinks he's kind of fishy. Gee, you think, Paimon? I wouldn't be suspicious of him if this wasn't, like, an area that's devoid of people for the most part. Okay, so it was Dainichi Mikoshi. Okay, that's what it was called. So there is a teleporter here and here that I haven't activated yet. This one I think is probably up above. This is very interesting. I'm glad that it revealed all the details. I was expecting to be able to explore areas like this, and this down here, but if they start making it so, like, islands rise up out of the bottom, then maybe that's possible. Who knows? If those memories are correct, the middle patch should be where that lighthouse was. In that case, we should be down here, right? Anyway, it's always easiest to have a map with us. I agree. Okay, let's go ahead and grab the key sigil. What's trying to attack me? That was weird. Okay, I don't think there's anything else for me to do in this little area. And the enemies are definitely interested in fighting me. Oh, there's a treasure chest up there. Maybe I do want to fight them.
Gather.
I'll do that very fast.
Take flight.
I think that after I defeat these enemies, I'm gonna go ahead and do the timed event. Some more of the timed event, rather.
This is order.
Because
Solidify.
I originally planned to explore this island pretty thoroughly. Actually, I'll activate the teleporter and then do that. Because there's a teleporter up above, I believe, that I never activated. That one right there. So let's navigate to that. And I think I can see the light of it shining up there. So I'll go up here and grab the treasure chest. Ah, let me climb. Ah, I hate dashing with her in areas like
Certainly worth the extra mile.
and then go all the way up there. And then in the next video, I'll be able to fully explore this island. And who knows, maybe even those things that I couldn't mess with before are now activated. Because the way that guy was talking, it almost sounded like I was able to interact with him now. Ignoring that enemy. What is that enemy? Okay, it's just a hilly churl. I can see a key sigil right there, but I'll worry about that later. You agreed to Irai's request to bring Kichiboshi out to train. Time to head to Guyan Stone Forest. Okay. Oh,
Boats are made
got
for
it. Let's take
transferring
Kichiboshi to Guyan Stone Forest. Alcor powerful, blah blah blah. Different from Snow Mountain, not cold. No snow. This is Guyan Stone Forest. Legend has it that this is where Rex Lapis defeated that, many-headed water snake thingamabob. What was his name again? The Overlord of the Vortex Osile? Right, that's the one. Osile, the Overlord of the Vortex. This is where it was defeated by Rex Lapis's stone spears and seal. Oh. Cool, eh? But we fought with it too, you know, atop Ningguang's Jade Chamber. Golden Crystal Fly, it's referring to the crystal flies in the background. Wait, so that was what you were gushing over. Come on, Paimon's telling a story over here. Well, it does look different from the ones in Inazuma. He's probably never seen a crystal fly that wasn't purple. Well, guess that's true. Alright. Why don't you catch one for him, Aether? Alright. But it can be done, but we can only capture its crystal core. Nice. Come on. Kapow! Golden crystal fly. Oh, I already have some. Okay, never mind. I thought that I had to actually capture one form immediately. Huh. Not gold. Huh? The crystal core really isn't golden. Well, you both say that, but there's not much I can do about it. Come to think of it, Paimon's never really noticed that this, even though you've caught lots of crystal flies in the past. I've always noticed it. I always thought it was weird that they didn't have different colors. Not that I mind, because it makes it so that I don't have to worry about catching specific types. Is this what they call disillusionment? You know, the thing that happens when you get older. Looks like you're in need of some training yourself, Paimon. White fur, can do it. Don't you... You can do it, Paimon. You're the one who's training, Kichiboshi. Still, it is kinda disappointing. Why are the crystal cores of geocrystal flies not gold? Right, gold crystal fly. Why not gold? Crystal flies might just be that kind of organism. I honestly don't know the answer to that question. Oh well then. In any case, let's proceed as we planned. Time to take Kichiboshi to see the Alcor. Okay, that shouldn't be too hard. Kichiboshi has seen purple crystal flies, but the cores are all white. Huh, it does seem that crystal cores are more like Enkanomiya crystal flies. They're very smart and strong people. I wish I could keep up with what Paimon's saying. Stronger than white and yellow fur? That's kinda hard to say. I have no idea who's supposed to be stronger than, Aether and Paimon, but that's fine. So they want us to go over to the boat. I would have just teleported right over to the Alcor, but whatever. The Alcor is, Beto's ship, in case you're wondering. See the Alcor. Amazing, so much water. And so big. So big on the water. So big, must be heavy. Why not sinking? That's because the Alcor is a ship. But mudboats sink. Irai tells story of Rabbit, Bake Danuki, and the mudboat. Um, well, the Alcor isn't made of mud. That's why it won't sink. Why will not mud ships, not sink? Huh, you're becoming more fluent, Kichiboshi, but at the same time, how are we supposed to answer this question? Right. Hehe, Aether, why do ships float on the water's surface? The ships can float as long as their buoyancy exceeds the pull of gravity. Ships are made of wood. All hail the power of Dendro. Either one is okay, I suppose. I'll choose the bottom option. Is that how it is? Paimon gets it? Didn't get it. Don't worry, Kichiboshi. Someday, when you're older, you'll be as smart as Paimon. Then you'll understand all these things. Why ships float, why it snows in Dragonspine. You'll know it all. I'm not sure you know either, Paimon. Hey, come on! Yep, whatever the case, we can see the Alcor from here. Let's take a photo of Kichiboshi. Photo, drawing. Yep, that's right. Alright, stand still for a moment now. Okay, start taking photos. I don't know. I suppose the idea is to get a shot of the boat with them or whatever. Can I zoom out a little bit? Yeah. Okay. It probably didn't matter how I took the picture. Next, let's bring Kichiboshi on board the Alcor. Not good. If boat sinks, relax. This boat won't sink. The ship took us all the way to Inazuma. Exactly. And that's how we came to meet you and Irai. So don't worry, it'll be fine. Understood. Captain Beto is a real steady hand, and so are the rest of our crew. Basically, this ship is the safest place on the high seas. Yay! Okay, now I just need to teleport over there. Where does it want me to go specifically? Not afraid of heights, Kichiboshi. If you aren't, let's head up to the mast. Paimon loves high spots, the view, something. Not scared, but Ira said that Kitsune idiots and smoke like high spots the most. He doesn't know what he's talking about. Okay then. I think I read that correctly. If so, then I think Kichiboshi just called Paimon an idiot, which is kind of funny, actually. I don't know why they designed it like that. See, the view's great, isn't it? Very good. Many mountains over there. What place is that? I believe that's Inazuma. Well, that's Inazuma. That's where you're from. That's right. That should be Mount Yugo over there. And beneath it, that's where the Chinju forest is. So far, Irai across the sea. That's right. But we'll be with you all the way. Well then, where to next? Is there somewhere familiar where we can find some good food? Of course it's about food with you, Paimon. Good food. Good idea. See, Aether, Kichiboshi knows what's up. Eating all the good food in the world is good training too, you know? Kichiboshi will surpass you pretty quickly if you don't wise up. Right? Climbing the mast sure was tiring. White fur climb, but white fur can fly. Details. Whatever the case, we'll stop here today. Paimon's gotta have a good think about where we'll go next. Gee, I wonder where we'll go next. Most likely, Wangchuin, I imagine. So we are gonna actually do that, because I do want to do the next part. I can claim the prize for that as well. You agreed to Irai's request to bring Kichiboshi out to train. This time you are bringing him to check out the cuisines of other lands. After all, treasure and food never betrays. 8 locales of the Mountain Seas, 2 cities recommendations. Go to Good Hunter restaurant in Mondstadt. Oh wow, I'm surprised we're going to Good Hunter first. So let's go ahead and navigate. It's decided then. Let's bring Kichiboshi around to try the best food in Mondstadt and Liyue. Best food! That was part of that I couldn't read, but that's fine. Hello, Sarah. It's been forever. Hi, Sarah. Why, welcome, Paimon and Aether. And who's this? Some new Baron Bunny model? Baron Bunny model? Whatever. Kichiboshi. This is Kichiboshi. Yep, this is a new friend of ours from Inazuma. Good friends. I see. Well then, welcome to Good Hunter, Kichiboshi. Inazuma, huh? That's incredible. I heard Cyrus mention that it was surrounded by thunderstorms, that there's lightning everywhere. Like what happens when Miss Lisa gets angry. That seems quite terrifying, to be honest. It's not that bad, really. So, we're here at Good Hunter to treat Kichiboshi to some authentic Mondstadt cuisine. So, Sarah, could we have one sweet madame and... my apologies, but we actually can't take orders right now because... how should I explain this? I suppose you can see that we're booked to capacity. Yeah. There's nobody sitting at the seats. But there's no one here. Captain Kaya put in a very expensive order for several dozen people at the Goth Grand Hotel. Our chefs are currently as busy as can be. Kaya? That seems a little fishy. He probably has some ongoing plans. I can make some too. That's right. There's no going without good food with you around either. Make lavender melon? Grilled melon? No, seriously, just how much do you like lavender melons? Well, you can use the open-air stove over here anytime. Thanks, Sarah. Alright then, Aether, it's time for some delectable sweet madame. Crispy on the outside, tender on the inside. Kichiboshi's gonna love it. You mean you're gonna love it, right? Sounds tasty. You see? Kichiboshi wants to eat it too. Don't disappoint him now. Yay, disappoint. Okay, this should be pretty easy, because I already have plenty of sweet madame. Never seen this before, but smells good. And there's our delicious sweet madame. You could even call it Aether's signature dish. That's basically true at this point. We certainly have made a lot of them along the way. Right? No lack of supplies out in the wild, after all. We enjoyed the delicious sweet madame together. Kichiboshi had some reservations, and I couldn't read the rest of it. Oh. Kichiboshi? What's wrong? You okay over there? It's delicious. Amazing. There are things better than lavender melon. It's pretty good, eh? Hey, it'll leave Paimon some. Between Paimon and Kichiboshi, the sweet madame stands as much of a chance as a twig or something. Oh, delicious. Aether, amazing. Wow, you actually remembered Aether's name. So, do Bake Daneki get smarter as they eat more delicious food? What white fur say? She's Paimon. Baimon. It's Paimon. Spymon. Okay, Kichiboshi's messing with Paimon now. You're so annoying. Better get used to it, Paimon. Try to remember people's names, Kichiboshi. Kichiboshi will try. Sorry, Paimor. It's not Paimor, it's Paimon. It's okay, though. Paimon's not mad anymore. Delicious sweet madame. Very good. Thank you. And then he remembers the names of dishes just fine. It was good. Not lavender melon, or seagrass, or berries, but it was so tasty. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Training, very fun. Speaking of which, since we're here in Mondstadt, let's go visit the Animo Archon statue. Animo Archon? Like the Electro Archon? That's exactly right. The Animal Archon is Mondstadt's god, just like the Electro Archon is Inazuma's. Very scary. Don't worry, it's just a statue, not the real Archon. It'd be kind of funny to meet Venti there. Still, why are you so afraid of the Electro Archon, Kichiboshi? I already told the story about the past. He was nearly chopped in half, but he didn't actually receive the Shogun's acknowledgement and become blah blah blah. Also, don't worry, the Animal Archon isn't. I wish I could read all that. I'll just let you guys read it.
I guess I'll...
Just letting everybody read it.
Today's recommendation...
There we go. The Animal Archon is big. Oh, come on, we've been over this. Just a big stone statue. It won't come alive and hit people like Kapow. A stone statue can't do that. Blah, blah, blah. Whatever. Whoa, no! Okay. There we go. You see? Nothing to be afraid of. Animal Archon very tall. Taller than Irai. Very hard too. Tall and hard. Paimon's just not going to cover the differences between the statue and the real guy. The Animal Archon is a nice person. The Animal Archon's gentle soul, but he's a bit of a flake sometimes. The Animal Archon's not very reliable, but he's a gentle soul. Either one sounds kind of rude, especially since Venti could be anywhere. The Animal Archon's not very reliable, that's what I'll choose. You know, Paimon wonders if Barbara's discovered the thing with the Holy Liar Dare Hamel. Hopefully she has. Photo. Alrighty, hold still for a sec. Start taking photos. And I could probably take the photo like that. Okay then. See? Come on, don't rush. You showed Kichiboshi and Paimon the picture you just took. So cool, very big hands. Go back and show Irai. Anemo Archon hands bigger than Irai's. I don't think any comparison can be made here. Irai weak. Irai so weak. Ha ha ha. Hey, stop teaching Kichiboshi bad stuff. Now, Irai is sealed in stone, which is why Kichiboshi is misunderstanding that the stone statue here is the Anemo Archon. At least that's what I'm gathering from all this. When Irai is serious, he can grow very, very big. Bigger than the 100 tatami. Irai very powerful, but Kichiboshi will become more powerful. Huh? Why do you want to get stronger, Kichiboshi? That's right, you're pretty strong as is. Kichiboshi, you can create that gliding airbag. You're about half as powerful as Paimon for sure. Kichiboshi must become more powerful and use stronger magic. With stronger magic, Kichiboshi can make Irai not stone. So Kichiboshi must train with Aether and Paimon. So that's how it is. Eh? You remembered Paimon's name. Woohoo! Woohoo! Ha ha ha. Keep it up, Kichiboshi. Keep it up, yay! Well then, where should we go next? Well, since we've had some Mondstadt cuisine, time to pay Leeway Harbor a visit. We haven't tried one-man restaurant's food in quite a while too. We just ate, you know. Hee, different lands, different stomachs, don't you know? Eat, let's go! Let's go, next up, one-man restaurant. Okay, let's talk to this guy. It's automatically talking to him. Just taking a second. And by a second, I mean, okay, there we go. Hey there, Chef Mao. We'd like some blackback perch stew. Guess? Right now? I'm very sorry, but we're not taking orders at the moment. What's going on? Earlier, a knight from Mondstadt came with a huge order. A feast for several dozen people, no less. He wanted to bring it to, where was that place again? The Goth Grand Hotel in Mondstadt? Why, yes, that's exactly it. How did you know? That Kaya. There's something going on with Kaya, isn't there? I'm really sorry. It will be a moment before we can take your order. As you can see, our walks are all busy at the moment. Not that I have any idea how that guy is going to take all those dishes back. I just hope he doesn't waste them. This really was very sudden. In fact, we're running so low on ingredients that Zhengling's having to go out and help gather some julienne chilies. Oh no. Who's this little fellow? This is Kichiboshi. How do you do? Yep, this guy's here's a Bake Downiki who's on a journey to hone his skills. Ah, I see. I'm very sorry then, Kichiboshi. Speaking of that, my girl Zhengling's got a friend named Guoba who loves eating as well. The two of you might just get along. Well, guess it's up to you again, Aether. Ugh, I totally forgot. What's going on over there? Seriously? How did we not check the dates? What happened? So we booked seats at Liyue Pavilion and Jinyu Kiosk a few months back. We were planning to try the pinnacles of Li cuisine and Yue cuisine before returning to Mondstadt. But we wound up booking the seats for the same day. Ugh, we should have checked those dates. What are we supposed to do now? Why don't you each go to one place? Or why not go to both? Why not go to both? No, that won't do. No matter which one we go to first, our prior fullness will affect the experience to follow. No matter which place we go to first, it won't be fair to the other, and certainly not to the cuisine they represent. That would be doing a disservice to gourmet food. Stop taking turns to talk. Paimon's getting tired just listening to you two. That is quite troublesome. So to sum it up, you've booked both Liyue Pavilion and Jinyu Kiosk for today, but you can only go to one, right? Kichiboshi can help. Help Uncle Brownfur and Aunt Brownfur go. Solve problem. Is this little critter saying something? He says that we can help Uncle Brownfur and Aunt Brownfur go to one of the places. You gotta keep in mind that I don't think anybody else can understand Kichiboshi because of the magic that was placed on the food that Aether and Paimon ate before. Anyways, hey, I'm a big sister, not an aunt. Paimon was just passing a message, okay? But going in our place, huh? It is certainly possible, but it does feel like a waste. I think it's a fine idea. It would be irresponsible of us to cancel at the last moment anyway. But it took us so long to wait our turn. Come on, Frecky. We've got time. We'll just book another slot. Anyway, weren't you all about the Jinyu Kiosk seafood yesterday? Let's just go to Jinyu Kiosk first. We can leave the Liyue Pavilion booking to these rather unusual travels and this little animal. Then you have my thanks. I'm sure, I'm Gary. Just go to Liyue Pavilion and give Laikai my name, whatever. The dishes should also be booked. Hooray, thanks Gary. Hooray, thanks Gary. Now, I've done commissions for him before. You know, are seats at Liyue Pavilion really that hard to get? We'll find out. Here we go. Welcome to Liyue Pavilion. Do you have a reservation? Gary booked us a table. Mr. Gary, please wait a moment. Let me check. Indeed, you do have a reservation for today? Well then, this way please. Could you imagine anybody just walking in and saying, oh yeah, this person booked me a seat for today. Have a meal at Liyue Pavilion with Kichiboshi and Paimon. Okay. Gary did say he pre-booked the dishes. But this really is a lot. Were Gary and Frankie really going to eat this all by themselves? Oh, smells nice. You have a sumptuous feast at Liyue Pavilion with Paimon and Kichiboshi. That was delicious. How did you find it, Kichiboshi? Very tasty. I could tell from just from watching you eat. Haha, delicious. Very delicious. Humans are very powerful. They can make such tasty food, better than Bake Daniki food. Come to think of it, what is Bake Daniki food made from? It tastes as good as it looks, and it does look good, but there's a kind of emptiness to it. I'm quite curious myself. Is it an illusion or something? Bake Daniki food is made from leaves. Kapow. Okay. Leaves kapow. You mean vegetables? Leaves kapow is leaves kapow. Leaves kapow. Very tasty. No, he's starting to give me a headache again. This all seems a little strange. Paimon can't stop thinking about it, though. Paimon's also curious. What's Kaya doing with all that food from Good Hunter and Wanman Restaurant? What's that guy's scheme this time? Maybe it's going to go something like this. Ding dong, ding dong. Special delivery for the Fatui. Or hey there, here's a gift from the Knights of Favonius. A gift? Hee. So you're finally acknowledging our power then? Well, it's too late to suck up to us now. Still, what's in it? Paimon and Aether are pretending to be the Fatui, I guess, in this case. Well, actually, Paimon's pretending to be the Fatui and Aether's pretending to be Kaya. A cold platter feast from Mondstadt and Liyue. Hooray! It's a cold platter feast. Time to eat, comrades. Hiya! Freeze! Ah, it's an ambush. The cavalry captain is hidden inside the feast platters. Arg! There's no way something as silly as that could happen, right? Haha, just like Bake Daniki. It is quite like them, true. Also, is it just Paimon, or is the food better than last time? What's that? Last time we were here, we were on official business. That's true. Consulting this, right at partying that. The food wasn't half as good by the time we were done talking. Speaking of that, you know, Kichiboshi, we actually ate here together with the Fatui Harbinger and Rex Lapis himself. Yeah, I believe it was Child that we were here with. Anyways, Kichiboshi once heard Irai talk about fat twigs. Many fat twigs in the forest, very hard, very uncomfortable to sit on. Kichiboshi, we meant the Fatui. You know, I doubt the Bake Daniki know anything about the Fatui. That's true. Since we're here in Liyue, let's find a place where we can take a commemorative photo for Kichiboshi. Is there a suitable location for that? Yep, there's this winding mountain path on the northern entrance to Liyue Harbor, isn't there? That should fit the bill. Okay then. So let's head over to the designated location. Alright, Kichiboshi, face Aether and hold still. Yay, memory, photo memory. Get in. Let's try to capture a fair amount of this city. Okay, cool. I'll save that one. Since it still has the lanterns from the lantern right in the background. Yep, that looks great. You've really got a knack for this, huh, Aether? This place is very pretty, very different from the forest. But all the boats down there not sinking? Don't worry, they won't. Amazing. Well, Kichiboshi, was today's training fun? I'm not sure if training is meant to be considered fun. I already said playing is also training. Not to leave Tanuki Path. If play forgotten, we'll leave Tanuki Path. Leave the Tanuki Path. What's going to happen if you do that? Tanuki who leaves the path explode. Oh, good grief. What? Huh? 8 tatami explode. Leaf will disappear. Fur will turn into seagrass, and belly drum turn into big teapot. Then Tanuki becomes skinny like weasels. No more magic. Oh, good grief. Paimon's pretty sure that Iroy's fibbing. Training is very fun, very happy. Both of them are the same option. As long as you're having fun. Keep going. Where to? You know what? Let's stop for today. You should go rest as well, Kichiboshi. Don't want rest. Kichiboshi still wants training with Aether and Paimon. If you don't rest, you can't train properly. Don't worry. We'll think about where we should go next, alright? Okay. Okay, cool. So I can claim the prize for that as well now. Event details. Claim. So the next one wants us to go to Mount Hulao or whatever. That'll be in the next video. And then there's still at least another 3 days before all of them are completely unlocked. So I'm going to be stopping now. Thank you very much for watching. The next time I play, I'm going to be continuing to explore Enkanomiya, as well as doing more of the timed event with Kichiboshi. So I will see you next time. Bye-bye!